Just what the government wants.
100%. What now is remaining 26 kilometers.
What the issue that people have, it's not even just the rivers. It's a
Hello. 650. 650. 700. 950. 1 million. 1 million. 1 million.
Ulete muziki wa wazee wakiwa wametulia vizuri sana ili nao wajisikie kwamba hii ilikuwa ni vijana, lakini sasa
I'm glad to be here to represent President William Ruto, who had graciously accepted to be with you today, but because of exigencies of duty, he was unable to come and asked me to come and represent him. You are aware that we are facing a serious problem with the drought, and he needs to have a hands-on approach, and he is busy with our development partners trying to marshal and harness resources to make sure that no Kenyan dies from starvation. And the situation we are facing in the country of possible starvation arising from drought is relevant to what brings us here today, agriculture and food production, which is something we really want to put a lot of effort. So if you allow me, I'll read his remarks as he would have communicated to all those who are here today and the nation. The Governor, Nairobi County, members of Parliament, ESK National Chairperson, Madam Annabel Krienya, Nairobi International Trade Fair Chairperson, Council members, live governors, exhibitors, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be here today for the official opening of the Nairobi ASK International Trade Fair, which returns after a 2-year break occasioned by COVID-19 pandemic. This year's theme, Promotion, Innovation and Technology in Agriculture and Trade, aligns well with the government's plan of transforming agriculture and economy to provide better quality of life for our citizens. The theme underscores our government's commitment to promoting innovation and technology for the growth of the agricultural sector as an enabler for economic transformation and sustainability. This trade fair, therefore, affords us the opportunity to showcase modern technologies that are useful to making Kenya's agricultural sector globally competitive. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently facing unprecedented high food prices, occasioned both by internal and external factors. The government is alive to the high cost of living that has persisted over the past years. The price of maize flour in particular, which is our main staple food, has been high for the better part of this year. Over time, there has been a steady increase in food imports, with edible oils, wheat, and rice constituting our highest food import costs. Food, just like any other imports, translate to export of jobs to the countries of origin. As a country, we have an opportunity to invest in production of these foods to maintain jobs and also increase income. This food and nutritional situation is of concern, with our annual production for major food crops, notably maize, beans, wheat, and rice, falling way short of our national demand and consumption, pointing to reliance on food imports. Agriculture is the engine that drives Kenya's economic and industrial development, particularly in food production, income generation, and provision of raw materials for manufacturing. The government is committed to achieving sustainable agricultural growth and transforming agriculture from subsistence to a commercially and globally competitive industry. Our administration has prioritized interventions in the agricultural sector as one of the 5 pillars of our economic recovery plan, alongside micro, small, and medium enterprises, housing and settlement, healthcare, and finally, a digital superhighway and a creative economy. Agriculture has the potential to lift many people out of poverty that continues to afflict the majority of the rural population and place millions more families on the path to greater wealth. On the consumption side, reduced food prices can result in substantial saving for majority of Kenyan households. Strategic interventions in agriculture, therefore, hold the key to unlocking the tremendous promise of rapid growth in wealth generally and incomes in particular, achieved simultaneously with equally rapid reduction in poverty and inequality. Additionally, we'll endeavor to avail affordable working capital to enable farmers purchase inputs and undertake other necessary farm husbandry. On average, households spend 54% of their income to purchase food. Reduction of food prices and subsequently cost of living can be achieved at the same time. Agricultural growth creates more jobs than any other sector due to its linkage to many sectors of our economy. 2/3 of Kenyans derive their income from agriculture. Increasing income to farmers translates to many of our people having more income, which they can spend and spur even more economic growth. Agro-processing accounts to more than half of our total manufacturing sector. Agro-based manufacturing has placed us at a global competitive advantage since raw materials are locally sourced. Investment in agriculture will therefore undoubtedly spur growth of the manufacturing sector. Erratic rainfall, high cost of inputs, particularly fertilizer, among other factors have led to reduced production of maize and other food crops. The prevailing drought in the arid and semi-arid lands has worsened the food situation in those regions.